Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for the invitation given to me. So, I am Astry Tamonob. Today, I will present the article about students' perception and motivation in learning second language acquisition for English teacher by Kushardiyanti Novinda, Daud, Khairiyah, University. So, guys, first part is introduction. So, the first is the importance of SLA in English teacher education. So, SLA is branch of linguistics that plays a vital role in shaping future English teacher. It provides us theoretical insights into how language are learned and taught. It is particularly relevant for English as a foreign language context in Indonesia. And next is limited focus and SLA undergraduate program. SLA is really taught in the peak at the undergraduate level and is often reserved for postgraduate studies. And most students only receive general linguistic knowledge, phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics. And next is students' initial motivation and perception. Many students take the SLA course because of peer influence, credit requirements. They believe that it's an easy subject. Some feel SLA is too theoretical and abstract. This leads to cheap between students' expectation and your actual learning experience. And next is uses in SLA teaching. Students' engagement is low due to mismatch between theory and classroom practice. Many institutions still rely on that teacher-concert method. Understanding student motivation is essential to make SLA more relevant and meaningful. And it is research objectives to explore students' initial feelings, motivation, and perception before and after taking the SLA course, to analyze how their motivation evolves throughout the course. They provide recommendations for making SLA teaching more engaging and meaningful. Next is method. So this is methods. The first is research approach. This research uses a qualitative approach. The goal to explore students' experiences, perceptions, motivation, and achievements in taking the second language acquisition. Focus on student narratives and real-life experiences during the learning process. And the second is data analysis method. Using the thematic method from Brown and Clark 2022, the analysis was used to identify patterns and themes in the data, interpret participants' experiences in them, highlight the realities and complexities of SLA learning. And next is research participants. Number of response 30 students. All were 6 semester students in the English language education program at the same university, but from different classes. Participants were selected using purposive sampling based on relevant experiences and motivation. Participants' identities are kept confidential, using to maintain privacy and confidentiality. And next is data collection. Data were collected through semi-structured interviews. Interviews were connected online with the participants' consent. Questions were open-ended and closed-ended covering. Motivation for taking the SLA course, learning experiences during the course, achievements and application of SLA knowledge after studying the material. The interview format encouraged participants to tell stories and share personal experiences. And next is findings and discussion. Findings and discussion. The first is the power of peer influence. Research shows that after studying the first research shows that after studying second language acquisition, students gain a deeper understanding of second language acquisition. They also experience improved teaching skills. And next is the power of peer influence. Peers and seniors plays a significant role in students' education to take SLA course. Support and recommendation from peers boost students' motivation and self-confidence. Social relationships and campus connection create a positive learning environment, encouraging collaboration and patience for learning. This influence demonstrates that learning occurs not only in the classroom, but also through meaningful social interactions. And the second is student achievement. After completing the SLA course, students demonstrate significant improvement in their understanding of SLA theory and its application in teaching. They feel more prepared and confident in teaching English. And next is looking ahead with purpose. Students have long-term goals of applying their SLA knowledge in their future roles as teacher, lecturer, or parents. They want to contribute to effective language learning and multilingualism. Many participants plan to use SLA topics in their research or final project. This demonstrates that the SLA course not only provides knowledge, but also inspire professional and personal vision and participants. And next is personal growth beyond the classroom. The SLA course helps students develop personally and professionally. They become more confident, open-minded, and empathic toward the completeness of language and culture. Studying SLA also helps students identify with their future language educators. In general, they find SLA interesting, meaningful, and relevant course to real life. And next is discussion. So the first is learners' motivation. Adult learners have various motivation for learning English, such as personal interest and career advancement. Motivation significantly influences the language learning process. And next is andragogical principles. Adult learning emphasizes autonomy, relevance, and self-directed learning. And teacher education should encourage personalized and independent learning pathways. And next is collaborative learning and engagement. Students' engagement increases through collaborative and interactive learning environments. They support social constructivist theory, where learning occurs through shared experience, and practical application of SLA theory. SLA knowledge can be effectively applied in classroom practice. This application enhances teacher confidence and teaching activeness. And next is the last is conclusion. So at the